Your WHNT News 19 weather where you live forecast with Chief Meteorologist Jason Simpson.
Are you tired of the wet weekends? I know a lot of people are sick and tired of it raining on Saturday and Sunday, and unfortunately I don't have really great news for you when it comes to the weekend forecast this time around, but sometimes the rain can actually turn out to be a positive thing. This is from Tammy Lamar. She posted this on my Facebook page, said she was hoping that rain would hold off for her daughter's wedding on Saturday. And look what happened when the rain passed by. Perfect backdrop for a great wedding picture. This is Brandon and Jerry Lynn Baker. Big congratulations to them on their wedding, and thank you for letting us share that moment with you. Now, the rain that we've had in August has been pretty impressive. We've had measurable rain every weekend except the first Saturday and Sunday of the month. That's a total at Huntsville International of 1.5 inches of rain just on the weekends. But I know some of you have had a lot more than that. There are some communities that have gotten 4 or 5 inches of rain in one single weekend day because of those heavy storms that just don't move that much this time of year. It's been the third wettest August in Huntsville since 1937. And I think as we work into this weekend, there's another good chance of scattered showers. And instead of a big storm system, you can blame it on an area of high pressure that's parked over the northeast by Friday and Saturday. That helps to squeeze Atlantic moisture back into the
Meteorologist Jason Simpson joins us now with an update on the weather where you live. Jason?
At least it felt a little more like fall in Guntersville than it has in Huntsville or Florence the past couple of days. We've got some scattered thunderstorms in progress. Here at 5:03, the heaviest rain is northern Lincoln County, Petersburg, just north of Mulberry, working up into the far western edge of Moore County, right along Highway 231. So places like New Herman, Boonville, Belleville, northern Lincoln County, you're getting a pretty good downpour. Now, no severe weather with this, just some occasional thunder and lightning. And then we also have some pretty good downpours that are happening right around Hatton, and then right here on Highway 157, County Road 150, County Road 585, as well as 147. This is moving in the direction of Alabama Highway 33. So places between Cortland and Moulton going to get a pretty good downpour here soon. But that's really the extent of it. There's really not much left out there other than those isolated. Bring in that chance of showers, maybe even some thunderstorms by Sunday into Monday. It was cold out there this morning, and I went to one of the coldest places on earth. Northeast Madison County. This is Lynn Fanning Elementary, the third graders. When I got there at about 9 o'clock this morning, it was still in the 40s, but you know, it was nice and warm inside. Had a lot of fun with this group of kids, lots of bright smiles, lots of great questions. And this was one of those days where we kind of abandoned the normal format because of some technical issues that were my fault, of course.
That is early in the morning.
Yeah, it was early in the morning, but I had a wonderful time answering questions and talking to them and getting great close-up shots of their faces. Yes. So thank you to the third graders for having me out. Had a wonderful time with you and look forward to seeing your success in the future.
You know, where's he going to get out? Because kids are going to go, I wonder if I'm going to be the last person he walks through, and he takes the camera and puts it right there.
Well, she was wearing some fabulous glasses,
it
was worthy of it.
She was awesome.
All right. Thanks, buddy.
News 19's Chief Meteorologist Jason Simpson is at North Jackson rival Scottsboro right now.
So, Jason, how's it looking a few hours before kickoff?
You know, this is about as good as you're going to get it for the second week of high school football. Temperatures are in the upper 80s right now, but it's going to cool down to the 70s by the time these games get kicked off. And as far as rain goes, there's just not that much to find. On live Armor radar, we don't have any showers here in the Tennessee Valley, but if you are traveling down to the south or know someone who is, there are some showers down closer to places like Talladega and Alabaster, way down south, down toward the Birmingham area late this evening, and even those will be dissipating pretty soon. Temperatures could be a lot worse this time of year, and it has been a lot worse this time of year. I think for the rest of tonight, you'll see the numbers start to come down some. This is how we're shaping up. Of course, we have a big game here in Scottsboro. We've got Sparkman coming to town. It'll drop down to the 70s by the fourth quarter. James Clemens at Athens, another big one in Limestone County, a tad warmer in Limestone County. And then for Russellville at Deschler, 80s to start, but we'll be in the 70s by the time that one wraps up. Now, coming up here from Scottsboro in just a few minutes, we'll be live with Coach Patrick Nix, and we're also going to talk about this little sticker that's on my chest. A little heart awareness happening in Scottsboro this evening. I'll tell you all about it coming up in a few moments.
Thank you, Jason.
Real soaker happening in southern Tennessee right now, but there are a lot of communities in North Alabama that have had a little drizzle, a little light rain, or nothing at all. Then there's Morgan County and Lawrence County, where it's been raining like crazy for the past 30 minutes. We've got a lot of lightning close to both Danville High School and Falkville High School. We're both hosting home games this evening, so let's take a look in here real close. If you're watching us on Live Alert 19 or in the WHNT app, wondering what's going on, you got a heavy thunderstorm that's working out of Lawrence County into Morgan County. So the Lightning is close enough to Falkville that I wouldn't be surprised if they don't have to delay that game. The Lightning also very close to Danville. Same story there. The core of the storm is right over top of Speake, almost at the junction of 36 and 157, and it is moving east, so it will come through both Danville and Falkville if it holds together. Hartsville's playing at Coleman, so if this storm continues to drift south down toward the county line, that one may end up with a lightning delay as well, even if there's not any rain falling at the stadium. That's how these lightning delays work. You have lightning within 10 miles of the stadium. A lot of times they're going to shut it down for a while. 60.
Because of the fire and the dry conditions in the woods. Greg and Jason, we've posted a link on WHNT.com to keep up with the latest news from the U.S. Forest Service.
And there's a delicate balance here. We talk about how great the weather is and how much we enjoy it, but need some rain here. So is there any rain in sight, and will it help? Will it be enough to help them?
I don't have great news whether you're looking to get rid of the wildfire problem or if you're a farmer begging for some rain for a wheat crop or for whatever you may be trying to deal with, that you need some rain, or just replenishing the ponds and the lakes that we have. We could desperately use some. This is the 30-day rainfall percentage of normal. Not something we'd normally show, so I'm going to let your eyes get adjusted to that for just a moment. You'll notice the green cutouts of counties, and we'll zoom in here toward northwest Alabama. All that red, that little 5% right there in South Lawrence County, which is right there. That's where the fire is. So about 5% of normal rainfall in the area where we have the big tree blaze going on now. There are some places where we've had a bit more rain in northeast Alabama, in particular Sand Mountain, Lookout Mountain, but you're starting to get pretty dry too. Northwest Alabama has hardly seen anything lately, and I don't have good news when it comes to the forecast for the rest of October and early November. Near normal rainfall won't get us out of the hole. All the really heavy rain is likely to be closer toward the East Coast, down toward the Gulf Coast, and then out west over Texas and toward the four corners of the desert Southwest. Around here, typically an El Nino means we'll have a wetter than normal winter, but that doesn't start until December, going into January and February, when that kind of statement would usually kick in. Zeros on the chance of rain through Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday. We bring it up to about 20% on Saturday. That's just for a few light showers, mainly west of I-65. Anything will help, but we need a good soaking, and I don't see that happening at least for the next 5 days. Look at the 5-day rainfall total here on our Futurecast. Nothing, nothing, nothing. Watch the clock roll. Then finally on Sunday, some scattered showers producing maybe a few hundredths to a tenth of an inch. That may or may not be enough to slow the wildfire down. If there's a good downpour down in southern Lawrence County, that could help, but I don't see the rain through Sunday or even Monday being enough to really quell the fire situation and the dry conditions that we have here in Alabama and Tennessee. Stokes Kastmeyer sent us that great picture of the sunset this evening. It was kind of smoky in the shoals. I think tomorrow, 7:01, the sunrise, about 51 degrees in Killen. Midday temp about 76, and it will look and smell smoky at times in Florence and in Killen, especially south of there through Colbert County, Franklin County, and Lawrence County. By mid-afternoon, we'll be in the lower 80s with a light southeast breeze. Right now, we got 48 in Fayetteville and Scottsboro, 45 in Fort Payne. Just about everyone else is in the 50s. Our low tonight at 47, a mostly clear sky, the wind light from the southeast. Tomorrow morning, that's what I think it's going to look like. A few degrees cooler than we are now, but not a huge drop the way it's been the past few days. Tomorrow afternoon, getting to 79 degrees in Huntsville, maybe not quite as warm everywhere. 71 Fort Payne, 77 Russellville. And with that southeast wind, smoke's going to continue to cover northeast Alabama. Thursday, Friday, warming up. On Friday, if we get too much above that, we're talking record high temperatures. The record high on Friday is 88. Wow. And then into the weekend, fingers crossed that you get a little rain. Next decent chance actually Monday, Tuesday.
All right. Thank you, sir.
Sure.
Your WHNT News 19 weather where you live forecast with Chief Meteorologist Jason Simpson.
You ever heard the old saying, the moon is holding water? It goes back years and years and years when we used to look at the sky a little differently than we do now. But that's the crescent moon from this evening, thanks to Karen Darwin in Scottsboro. And if you think about it, it almost looks like a bowl that's being tipped over. And a lot of old timers used to say that that was a sign that rain was on the way. And sure enough, for us, we do have a better chance of scattered showers and storms. Doesn't really have anything to do with the way the moon looks. It all has to do with the weather pattern that's changing, becoming a little more conducive for those pop-up afternoon storms. 40% chance tomorrow, a 50-50 shot on Wednesday. Wednesday's storms, though, may come in two ways. We could get some morning showers that reduce the threat of widespread storms on Wednesday afternoon, but if those morning showers get out of here in time, get us some good sunshine. It could get fairly heavy on Wednesday afternoon and Wednesday evening. Now the chance of showers on Thursday, and then a lower end chance of some pop-up showers and a few thunderstorms on Friday and Saturday. 5-day rainfall totals based on our computer model here, somewhere in the neighborhood of 1/4 to 1/2 inch on the average. Some get a little bit more, some get a little bit less. But here's the deal. One good thunderstorm at your place could give you as much as 1 inch to 2 inches of rain, similar to what we had earlier today, especially in Lauderdale County, northern Madison County, part of Limestone County, Jackson County, and into Lincoln County too. Showers may come back late tonight. West of I-65, the low close to 76 when you wake up in the morning. It is still 85 at UAH, 75 at Meridianville, where we had about 1/3 of an inch of rain today, 83 Huntsville International, and 79 right now in Hampton Cove. Madison, Limestone, Morgan, Jackson County, we're clear of rainfall now, but we did have some good ones earlier. The showers up to the northwest becoming more showers than thunderstorms. They've been pretty rough in northern Arkansas, but as they're coming south into Tennessee, the atmosphere much less favorable for their continued development, so they will likely fall on apart and produce maybe a few isolated showers in the shoals later tonight. This is 3 to 4 a.m. A little light rain coming into Florence. This may be enough to hold the temperature down a few degrees from today, but I still think it's going to be pretty hot tomorrow afternoon. By 7 o'clock in the morning, maybe an isolated shower or storm Lawrence County into Winston and Cullman counties. Rain will not be widespread tomorrow morning. The best chance of rain all day really along and south of U.S. Highway 72. The high still close to 95. Heat index going to be up around 100. A west-northwest wind at 6 to 12. This chance of storms, again, best roughly Highway 72 southward, about 40% for Huntsville and Athens and Decatur, 50% down toward Albertville and Cullman, only about a 20% chance of rain in southern Tennessee and then up into middle Tennessee too. 92 in Rogersville tomorrow afternoon, Red Bay around 92, Russellville at 91, New Hope 95, Trinity at 94, Scottsboro 92, Geraldine only getting to 90 degrees tomorrow afternoon, and we'll only be at 91 on Wednesday. That'll be one of the coolest days that we've had this entire month, believe it or not. So, best chance of rain tomorrow and Wednesday. Not every community gets a good solid soaking every day this week, but just be aware if you have outdoor plans that you may have to dodge a few showers and storms. A couple of them could be heavy every now and then, but we don't expect anything like what we had this time last week. None of those really strong storms. Only 1 or 2 could get a little gusty at times.
91 is going to feel pretty good.
I disagree, but that's
it has to be below 75 for Clarissa.
That's right.
Yeah. We're far from that.
WHNT News 19 weather where you live forecast with Chief Meteorologist Jason Simpson.
If you're to see something like this, big thunderstorm coming in, lots of thunder and lightning, you know the wind is picked up, you start to get a little bit anxious. But in this case, Jeff Pugh's video shows very clearly that what we have here is called scud cloud, or sometimes I like to refer to it as just simply a scary looking cloud. There's no rotation here. There's no debris cloud, and you can see other little cloud fragments hanging around underneath this low, dark shelf cloud that's moving into northern Cullman County out of Morgan County. A lot of people saw this. A lot of people were worried about it, but usually storms like the ones we're having today and the ones that we had earlier today and the ones we expect for the rest of this week, they don't really produce tornadoes that often. You can read more about what this is and how they develop and see some more of the pictures of the sky from our weather blog on valleywx.com. Now, this is something that is a real threat from these big storms. This is not a tree that was blown down. This is a tree that was blown up by lightning. A direct strike on that tree just blew the entire trunk apart. You've got limbs and branches all over the place down here. This happened in Henniger up on Sand Mountain this afternoon. Thanks to Corey Crabtree for that image. This is one of the most dangerous things that comes along with these summer storms, that and the fact that it can be really tough to drive in them too when that rain is coming down as hard as it does. So when these things come around, not necessarily on television when they're blowing through, but they can be some of the worst weather you'll deal with all year long. It doesn't have to be severe to be disruptive to your life, and that's why we have Live Alert 19, a really great resource. You can have that right there in the palm of your hand. It lets you know when there's lightning nearby even before you hear the thunder, and it also gives you that radar so that you can find out where the storms are relative to your location. And it'll GPS pinpoint you so that you can find where you are and know if you need to be hurrying on into shelter on a summertime afternoon or if it's going to blow past you. 75 by tomorrow morning, some patchy dense fog, a few isolated showers. It's still 79 over at UAH. 78 in Madison, 76 in Decatur, 73 in Meridianville, and in Newmarket. We're rain-free right now. We're not going to have much rain tonight. There could be an isolated shower or two here and there, especially south of Highway 278. but fog may be a real problem in the morning. This is our visibility futurecast. Midnight, about 2 to 3 mile visibility. That's not too bad, but then watch this. By the time we get to 4 a.m., a mile or less, there may be some really thick fog, especially close to the Whitesburg Bridge, over to Decatur and into Lawrence County, where we had some of that heavier rain today. Even by 8 o'clock in the morning, some patchy, dense fog. Then it clears up. We'll get a round of thunderstorms in later in the morning, and then another one is possible tomorrow afternoon. Tomorrow's high around 90. The best chance of rain from the Shoals to Huntsville to Decatur down toward Winston and Coleman counties. About a 40% chance of some more of those downpours in northeast Alabama. High tomorrow in Muscle Shoals about 90. Russellville at 87. Looks like mainly upper 80s, low 90s, Limestone, Madison, Morgan, and Lincoln counties. Fayetteville about 89. 87 for Geraldine, 88 in Guntersville. Better chance of storms in Marshall County than you'll have in northeastern Jackson or in Franklin County tomorrow afternoon. 90 tomorrow, 91 Thursday. This is some of the coolest weather we've had in 2 weeks, and we're still just getting down to normal thanks to these scattered storms. But once they thin out, of course, it's going to get hot again. So how about those scary looking clouds?
Yeah, they did look kind of
See
scary.
a lot of those around here.
They will freak you out, but don't worry.
Yeah.
All right, thanks, Jason.